guys, it's Melanie. So you are probably wondering why you are still seeing videos at my old house this week. I did pre-record some stuff to be able to go up this week so that I could have the whole week to just sort of get settled and set up my new filming space. So you should start seeing the new background in possibly this weekend. In fact, I'm pretty sure this weekend. So, but anyway, today we are going to be doing my intermittent fasting update, and this is actually, I guess, technically my intermittent fasting update for the month of February and March. So I didn't do one for February because it wasn't much different from what I updated you guys back in January. So if you've missed any of my intermittent fasting updates from the last almost 10 months, maybe even more. When did I start? I think I started last May. Anyway, moral of the story is, I didn't update you guys because I was having some struggles. So I've been sick on and off basically since the beginning of January, and that really ended up throwing me for a loop, and I just struggled to maintain the intermittent fasting. We also had obviously quite a bit of stress and a lot of changes that were happening with selling our house, buying a new house, moving, all of that stuff. So honestly, my health has definitely taken a hit over the last few months. I have still been going to the gym, but I have not been going nearly as often. In fact, most weeks I've only been going 3, maybe 4 times, which for me is way less than what I am used to doing at the gym. I just felt like my energy was super low. I was very preoccupied with all of the things that I had to do, getting our... Sorry, that was my dog. He tripped over a cord back there. I was just very preoccupied getting, you know, all the paperwork together for our loan and, you know, like setting up new insurance and just, I mean, there was a ton of stuff. So anyway, moral of the story is, I am still not back 100% with the intermittent fasting. I am trying to be a little bit more consistent about it during the week, but I have on the weekends given myself a little bit more leeway still. So I've usually on the weekends been breaking my fast around 10 or 10:30 when I technically should be waiting until noon to eat. So my intermittent fasting schedule, if you are new, if this is the first video that you're seeing of this series, I do the 16/8 split. That has worked extremely well for me. And my sort of eating window is from noon until right about 8 p.m. But it's actually more like I eat between noon and 7 or 7:30. I'm usually completely done with taking in calories by 7 or 7:30 at night. So oftentimes, you know, I get even like 16 and a half hours in. So, and I had really good results with that. I feel like the biggest benefit that I have gained from the intermittent fasting isn't some significant weight loss. I know that there are always people asking me for numbers or to show pictures of what my body looked like before versus what it looks like now. But I don't want to obsess about it that way. Really, my main reason for doing this was to help with my gut health, which, by the way, has definitely taken a hit since not doing the intermittent fasting as consistently. I have started to deal with a little bit more bloating again, and that was not something that I dealt with when I was doing the intermittent fasting a lot more strictly. So, you know, I don't have some drastic like 50-pound weight loss to tell you guys about. I don't have some amazing before and after pictures where I just looked like size, you know, 10, 12 Melanie versus like, now I'm a size 6. I'm not a size 6. I'm more of a solid size 10 at this point, but I'm fine with that. Like I'm not looking to be thin. My body type is a little bit more athletic than most girls. I am built like a tank. I have muscles and pretty big ones, especially like in my calves and in my thighs. Like I'm not built like a dainty little girl. And I don't think that I ever will look that way, nor do I want to. Like it's not my thing. So no, you're not gonna ever see like drastic before and after pictures from me. I did notice when I was doing intermittent fasting a lot more exclusively that I was much more toned. I just felt better overall. I had more mental clarity. I didn't have gut issues. I wasn't bloated all the time. I tended to make better food choices. And ever since I got a little bit more lax about it, my food choices haven't been the best. I haven't been preparing food as much at home because we had packed so much stuff up when we initially put our house on the market, and you know, we started eating out a little bit more, and it just wasn't an ideal situation, to be honest. And I'm very excited to be in our new space when you guys are seeing this actually, and recommitting myself to the intermittent fasting. I want to do it 7 days a week again. I want to stick with my eating window that worked extremely well for me in the past. So starting to eat at around noon and going until I'm done with dinner, and then that's it, you know. There are always going to be exceptions. If we're out on a date and we don't get our dinner until 8 or 8:30, I'm still gonna eat my dinner. I might wait an extra half hour the next day, or I might not to eat lunch. I mean, I'm not gonna be crazy about it. I never was crazy about it. So I think you have to have some flexibility whenever you're doing any type of, I don't want to call this a diet because I never saw this as a diet for myself, but I think you have to have flexibility. You know, you don't always have to eat nothing but broccoli and, you know, chicken breasts. Like you don't always have to just do that, but you do have to spend the bulk of your time making good food choices for yourself. You know, watch your portions. Like that's a big thing for me, is watching my portions. And I'm excited to get back into making sure that I'm not overeating when I am eating. I, by the way, went back to putting just a little bit of almond milk in my coffee every single morning. I'm still doing that. I don't know that I'm gonna break myself of that habit because I didn't notice that it made like a massive difference. If I would have noticed some like huge weight loss or something by eliminating the splash of almond milk, I would not do it, you know, like I would just drink the coffee black because it's really not that terrible, but it's just not my favorite. You know, I like to enjoy my coffee, so I'm gonna have the splash of almond milk. But sorry if it just got really bright. We're having like an odd weather day today, but anyway, moral of the story is I am recommitting myself to intermittent fasting, and I am very excited to get back on board with doing monthly updates for you guys. I'm hoping that when I do my update at the beginning of May, that I can tell you that April was a really good month and that I'm no longer dealing with as much of the bloating anymore, and that I just feel more healthy overall. I'm ready for that. I'm tired of being sick. I feel like I've had so many colds, and I had the flu in January, and you know, like just stuff. Like my 6-year-old brings home all the germs. And I feel like my immune system has just kind of been shot for a while now, and I want to build that back up. So I'm going to start taking my supplements a little bit more consistently again. There's just lots of positive changes that I'm looking to make. And if you, like me, sort of fell off the wagon and you want to get back on board, I would love to have you join me, and you know, we can kind of help to hold each other accountable. Intermittent fasting is very easy for me to do. It is not something that takes a lot of thought. It's not something that is difficult. It's just something that I need to like focus on recommitting to. And I'm ready to do that at this point. So yeah, basically my update for you guys is I've been trying since February to be more consistent about it. but I haven't been the most consistent. I have noticed that I have been a little bit less toned looking. I don't think that I've put on a ton of weight. I've probably put on a couple of pounds, to be honest, but I don't look in the mirror and go, ooh, you know, it's not to that point. But I do notice that having fallen off the wagon a little bit has definitely made a difference in my body. So I'm gonna get back into it, and I'm excited to have you guys join me if you're interested, and you know, let's kind of start this up again. I know that summer is coming. I wanna look good for summer, as good as I can for what my body is. You know, I'm not obsessed with like a certain look, but I want to be healthy, and I'm really going to be recommitting to going to the gym 6 days a week again, because that is where like my outlet is. That is where I am happy. That's where I clear my mind. And that's where I get strong. Like, I love having a strong body. I love being able to pick stuff up and not be like, I can't lift this, you know? Like, I can lift heavy things. Like, for a while there, my arms were like fabulous. I mean, I still have like, I've still got my muscles, but they're not quite as defined looking anymore. And I miss my little buddies. So I'll get them back. So anyway, let me know if you guys are gonna join me again, or if you're over intermittent fasting. I don't see as many people talking about it anymore, but for me, it wasn't a fad at all because it just made such a difference. But I'm curious how you guys have been doing as well. So update me down below in the comments and let me know where you're at. And thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.